So if I was given that, just being here on earth for the first time and not knowing how I got here, what I'm doing here, or when I'm going back, or if I'm going back, well, do I need to create something first? Do I need to investigate and create something that I need to worship so that I can be grateful that I'm here, but I don't even know why I'm here? Or do I need to try to find it out of myself, or just work with what I have? So the only thing that I would know to do with those things, if I didn't even know what they did, how would I know what a hair clip was? Except that I know it's really odd because it's ambiguous here. I'm standing, I know what this is for. But if I had just gotten here from another planet and didn't know, just like when we're a baby and we're crawling around and we're learning how to walk and we're saying goo goo gaga and smiling at our mom and daddy because we want to be fed and we want to make sure we continue to be fed. So we do whatever it takes, whatever manipulative tactics it takes, and any type of form of entertainment we need to do to pacify our mothers and fathers and whoever else are our caretakers. Then we do that. So if I didn't know what this was, then, I wouldn't know what to do except to quickly learn how it would benefit me. So I would take to myself this hair clip. Is that the first thing? That's second. It was the first thing I wrote. So this hair clip, what would it mean to me? Well, the first thing, because I came from another planet, that letters are important, and I understand that they vibrate, and they have numbers attached to them that are vibrations, because I happen to come from that planet, then, like I did, the first thing that I know to do, as a baby knows how to suck and how to soil his diaper, the first thing that I knew how to do would be to add up those letters and get some sort of guidance. Some sort. While we're children, we look to our mothers and fathers. Well, what do they know? They only know what they've been taught, that they've been taught, and they've been taught, and they've been taught. Well, they could have been taught all wrong. You got to find your own thing. This is my bag. The fellow over there might get another bag with different things in it. But anyway, let's just play a game and say this is 92 letters. This was not the game I played at Christmas, Nancy. This is an entirely different game. It always is. Never repeat anything. All right, 92 letters. So I know that it's 92 letters. I know that when I reduce it, it's 11. So it's justice. So from my planet, on my planet, on this planet, there's lots of different methods of guidance and instruction. But on my planet, let's just say that the first thing that I have been able to see is that 92 was reduced down to the number 11, and 11 is justice. Most often times, this card is misunderstood because in this case, the obvious is not so obvious. Oh, is that an understatement? And I could stand here and say masters, automatums, machines, rocks, whatever sent me here. That would be an understatement. The obvious is not so obvious. I mean, I don't see a single solitary thing on there that I can eat. And I know, but maybe for my planet I didn't have to eat. So I'm assuming. Do you see what we do as humans? We're assuming automatically because I got those things, I continue to be a human, even knowing I'm playing a game. You see, I can't drop this human nature, even for 1 second. These things right here might be they have to be, the very thing that is going to continue to sustain me while I'm here during this earth journey. Now, you have to ask yourself, what things do you have that you use that sustain you on your earth journey? Anyway, let's continue to read. The obvious is not so obvious. Uh-oh, did you mean that came out of there? 2. Well, I got 2 ponytail holders. I suppose that came out of there. So that's important, because everything is important. Every little teeny thing is important. Did any of y'all ever see that show when I did on Master Lent, when he came visiting? Where's 2 ponytail holders? 2. How about that, Mitzi? That brings on more talk. 92 plus 1 is 93. And 9 and 3 is 12. So they knew that I was going to find that ponytail later. See? I needed to take in this message first in order to be able to take in this message. So in your life, things happen according to the perfect time and season. You have to do this in order to do this, in order to do this. You can't do this first. This is not going to come. No matter how much you scream and cry and all that stuff, it's not going to come until you go through those things. So let's see about justice. Then I'll go to 12. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. We know that the obvious is not so obvious. We know that much. We mortals tend to think in square forms, starting from left to right on a horizontal line. Did I not just say, I can't even drop being mortal for this long? Because we want to start here, and we think if we go here, and we be good as little children, our mother and father's going to love us and give us everything we want. And then we're going to go to school, and if we be nice to the teacher and bring her presents and everything, she's going to treat us special. And then we're going to get these friends. We want to get the ones that are popular because we don't want to be left out. Then we want to come on here and we want to dye our hair and lose weight and get popular with the most popular, so we can get the best guy, because we think that means something. Then we get here and we try to get and find whatever is going to benefit us. We're all the time looking for benefit. All the time. Never are we not looking for benefit, and we're all the time. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and then this will happen. Not so. Not so. We do it, but it's not so. Okay, we mortals tend to think in square forms starting from left to right on a horizontal line, with one event leading to the next, counting the chickens as they hatch, so to speak, or more importantly, before they hatch. I got a hair in my face, in my mouth. Placing importance in the significant areas instead of looking for relativity of the insignificant areas. Yes! Wow! Wow! Did I take off my lips? See? That's what we do. That's what we do as humans. Now we look at this and we say, now which one of those things, and you know you do it, Mitzi, which one of these things is the most important? And which one is going to bring me the most benefit for myself right now to get me wherever I need to go? Because if there was a key up there, you'd be looking for the car that it fit. Okay, but at this time, all of these things are no more important than the others. None of them are, except how your human mind would want to place importance in one or the other. And the reason that you would place more importance in tweezers than you would a makeup sponge, let's just use those two for example. I'll tell you why. Because you might be a person who tweezes their eyebrows, but you don't wear makeup. But for a person who wears makeup and don't tweeze their eyebrows, it would be reversed. But they're the very same items. And we tend to, as humans, look for the most important thing. Give me that most important thing. Like, smelling of that fragrance. Well, I know that fragrance carries vibrations more than just smelling good or trying to attract. But anyway, the point is, we have all of these things at our disposal, and we tend to overlook the insignificant. We overlook this insignificant. Now, Paula, how would we know whether it was insignificant or not? Because you don't place any importance in it. You think it's not important. You think it's not going to make any difference. Whether you didn't pick up that penny that was right before you, or you didn't speak to this stranger that passed you on the way in and out of the restaurant. You don't think that's important. So you overlook the insignificant. All right, where are we at? Relative. For the insignificant matters are truly the only things that do matter. When one pulls this card, most oftentimes the emotional state is disturbed. Now, I can guarantee you that if they had dropped me off on this earth and I didn't know anything about it, and they had given me a package with this in it, if I, had emotions, because I'm human, so I'm thinking emotionally, my emotions would be disturbed. Right to start with, because I would want a little bit better provisions than that. But let's see, emotions. Okay, emote an ion on another planet. You understand that? But down here on Earth, okay. Let's see what this is. Nope. Let's go up top. 5, 4, 6, 2, 9, 6, 5, 1. All right, my emotions are disturbed because I'm down here and they've given me that little teeny old sack of something to try to survive. 11 and 9 is 26. Let's do it again. 11, 26, yeah. 6 and 6 is 12. You got to be kidding me. Are you kidding me? That's an 8, and that's a 3. When you put them together, you get 11. What am I reading? So they said, sit down. We don't care your emotions are disturbed. Get over it. Get under it. Build a fire. Pour water on your head. We don't care how much your emotions are disturbed. All right. Because they drove me right back to 11. Where are we at? Thou art looking from a standpoint of trying to break down complexities in a specific area pertaining to thy life. The very thing that bothers thee is not the thing that bothers thee, contrary as this may seem. Now what they're telling me, according to this book, if I'm going to put any dependence in some kind of book, because I got to have something to guide me, I'm saying, now this is a bunch of stuff that I cannot see how it's relevant to my existence. Where's it at? Let me come on back over here and try to get it. How is it? Oh, that's a blank sheet. How is that relevant to my existence? Now I'm stumbling around here on this earth, and I'm trying to do what I can. I'm manipulating the situations in as much as I know how. I'm contriving things so they'll work out the best way they can for me, and that I'll come out smelling like a rose. I'm not going to let people know how deceptive I am or how much I'm lying. I'm going to try to do the fast track, try to get the most for myself, and cut out the other fella if I can do it. So I'm going to do all those things to try to get me ahead. I don't know what I'm trying to get ahead of, but I'm trying to get ahead of something. And then I want everybody to think I'm good and righteous and wonderful and all those things. So I'm going to entertain a whole bunch while I'm here too. And I'm going to, oh yes, in as much as I can and know how and have the occasion to. I'm going to be nice. And I'm going to try my best to be a hero. I know damn well I'm going to do that word in just a minute. So with all these things, what this is saying, with all of these that I have been given, just like you were given, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and just think if you had everything you've ever had since you were a baby, just piled up in some place, you couldn't hold it. But you've got all these things, so how are you going to use them to your benefit? And what it is saying is that thou art looking from a standpoint of trying to break down complexities in a specific area pertaining to thy life. The very thing that bothers thee is not the thing that bothers thee, contrary as this may seem. Thou must look beneath the surface to see that which thou says, and that which thou declares does not bother thee, for it does indeed bother thee. So, the fact that I got all this in this pouch and they drop me off here on earth and I'm supposed to figure it out. That's not what's bothering me at all. There's something else bothering me. And just like you, with everything that you're saying in your life that you say bothers you, it ain't bothering you. It's a lie. Every single solitary bit of it's a lie. There's something else going on that's much deeper than that. And I would dare say that one of the main things that is bothering you, which you are not voicing, is that you are either not being recognized as somebody's hero, or you don't want to be a hero to start with, but you're acting like you are. Let's see about that. So we have an 11 and we have a 17. Do you mean to tell me it comes up again to 28? And 28, 11 again? There's that justice. I'm reading. And the 17 is the star. Now the star, stars travel in orbits. I mean, they travel in orbits. And if one star was to fall on this, earth, boom, you wouldn't have to worry about your next thought because you'd be gone. But no stars collide with other stars except that they fuse together and make something else, and of course, whatever they were, they're destroyed. So my point is, you travel in your own orbit in this life. You do not interfere in somebody else's orbit, nor do you try to dictate, demonstrate, dominate, or even hesitate in what you say to them. Stay out of their business is the deal. Stay in your orbit. Stay in your orbit. And that is, if I'm not from Earth, and if I wasn't a human being trying to play this part, and I was from another planet, what would be disturbing me is because I'm out of my orbit. And I know I'm out of my orbit. It doesn't matter what I'm provided with. I don't belong here. And as human beings, we don't belong here either, except for a short duration of time. That's all. That is it. And everything that we do, say, be, are, will not matter. It only matters to us. And if it matters to us, that's all it matters. But it does not matter to anybody else. It never will. Deal with that. Okay, 28. So